Hi, I'm Parvyn from the Bombay Royale, here with G'day India. My name is Parvyn, not Parveen, not Parvyn, something that gets mistaken a lot, but Parvyn, as in Pavitr Parvyn Hazuri Devich, pure. The Bombay Royale started in 2010 by Andy Williamson, who is the saxophone player in the band, also the skipper, the guy who wears the captain's outfit. And it was inspired by vintage Bollywood. He was a collector of vinyl from records of the era of Adi Burman and Ilayaraja. So he collected these vinyl and he decided that he wanted to start a band that did vintage Bollywood because no one else was doing it. Vintage Bollywood sounds are so unique and they're so vibrant and energetic, and it mixes a lot of the great styles of Western music like surf, disco and funk, and then adds that really beautiful flavour of the Indian music. So I think it's just a really great style, a really great mashup of different sounds, and vintage Bollywood is just so much fun. It's got so much character to it, and it was the sort of thing that, because it wasn't performed live by many people, it was the sort of thing that we decided that we needed to do. I have studied Kathak dancing for the past 10 years. After I finished high school, I went back to India to Kadam, which is a dance academy in Ahmedabad headed by Kumudhini Lakhia. And so I do Kathak dancing, but I'm also a singer. I've started singing before I was dancing. And singing, there's something that my Guruji says. She says that a singer dances within and a dancer sings within. And I like to bring both of those together. Over the last 7 years, I've had many highlights with the Bombay Royale. We've performed at places like Glastonbury, which is one of the major festivals in the UK, and performing in front of thousands of people, and it was all recorded by the BBC over there as well. And another highlight was when I performed at the very first White Night that happened in Melbourne, and there was a stage set up on the Flinders Street station of the corner of Swanston Street and Flinders Street, and there was 40,000 people jam-packed into that area, and we performed for them, and it was just one of the most amazing experiences. The independent music scene in Melbourne is so vibrant, and I truly believe that the sort of band that the Bombay Royale is, it was perfect for Melbourne because there is a collaboration of lots of different artists that have come from all over the world, like Africa and the Latino world, and the Bombay Royale is bringing that Indian sounds into that world, and it's the sort of thing in Brunswick and in Fitzroy. There's so many amazing live performances that you can go out and see and support live music in Melbourne. In the Bombay Royale, I play a character called the Mysterious Lady, and that has given me the opportunity to really be larger than life on stage, because I get to pretend to be this super agent from the 60s and who's infiltrating this band. So because I've had that character on stage, I've been able to really let loose when I get on stage. So that live performance aspect of having that alter ego has been really helpful for me as an artist. Generally speaking, when I'm off stage, I'm a little bit more reserved. So having that character has been really great for me. In 1996, Michael Jackson came to Adelaide, and I was desperate to go and see the show, and through different powers that be, whatever it is, we got the chance to meet him and present him with a gift from the World Children's Foundation, which Diasing, my father, we've done a performance for them in the past. And so when he was coming to his hotel in Adelaide, there was a ticker tape parade and everything, and we were to present him with this gift. And as he was coming up the red carpet, my sisters, we decided to sing the Mool Mantar. And so we started singing the Mool Mantar, and that made him stop, and we gave him the gift and kept singing. and he was very intrigued by it and later on wanted to meet us. So we were ushered through the security to go and see him, and he asked us more about where we were from and what we were singing for him, and we explained to him that it was a Sikh chant that we were doing. And then we also got backstage passes to be at his show the next day because he wanted to take some photos with us. And at that time, my sister decided to make me a part of the children that were to perform on stage with him at the Adelaide Oval. And so I got the opportunity to do one of the main roles, and it was one of these incredible surreal moments that I will remember forever. Even though I was so young, I remember it so vividly, performing on stage with Michael Jackson. My father is Daya Singh. He does kirtan and always has. He started off as an accountant way back when, but then decided to do kirtan full time and has taken Sikh Gurbani music to the world music stage. And so took it out of gurdwaras and performed it at folk festivals all over Australia and then all over the world as I was growing up. So I started performing with him when I was 5, and we got to travel to Singapore and to Europe and to America and Canada, performing Gurbani Kirtan on stages. And it's been, he continues to do that work, has made many, many albums and is writing books. My husband's name is Josh Bennett. I met him, he performed with the Daya Singh group for many years and is a exponent of sitar. That's what he studies. He goes back to India, to Ahmedabad, and studies the sitar. He was introduced to it by his guitar teacher when he was a teenager and decided it was something that he really wanted to study. So travelled to India and learns under Manju Mehta from the Sattak School of Music, and he also performs in the Bombay Royale with us. In many ways, he's more Indian than I am. He speaks better Hindi than I do. He also cooks excellent Indian curries and dal. So we've had a great time getting to know each other through Indian music, and especially through classical North Indian music is something that we are both really passionate about. And now our son Ravi is the next generation, I suppose, and we will be teaching him all about the Indian culture and the Indian ways. And he's already started picking up tabla. He likes the tabla a lot, and he's singing the sargams a lot as well. So part of the work that I do is I travel to primary schools all over Australia and I do a cultural education show. So it's part of my seva of giving back and educating the wider community in Australia about Indian dance, about Indian music and culture. And it's a great show, and by the end of it we have the whole school up and dancing a Bollywood dance number to Jai Ho. Moving forward, I am working on my own solo album. The Bombay Royale has done 3 albums now with our record label Hope Street Recordings, and I'm going to be doing a Parvyn album in the next few years and working on a new sound that I want to create. I guess it's a mixture of everything that has come in my path, whether it's Latino music or hip hop and R&B, and then obviously the Indian classical elements, but also Indian folk, the Bhangra, and then also the traditional Indian music, rags and things like Mirza Tal, which is something that I would like to bring back in, all of these interesting rhythms that haven't been used for a long time. So that will be something that's coming in the next few years. एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद. And that's the Mool Mantra. Thanks very much to Good Day India for having me today.